One of the most useful features in CHARM is to use maps so that you can see the impact zone that's of various and sundry releases. So I provide a program called CHARMiNetMaps, and you can download it on the CHARMmodel.com website on the downloads page. And it's not really, there's not an installation file, it's just an executable, so you run it and it should just work. At any rate, this is what the screen looks like. I have an example map up there, but wherever you were last time in CHARMiNetMaps, it remembers the latitude, longitude, zoom level, map type, so that you come right back into where you left off. At any rate, some options are in here. For instance, map size. Right now I have 1024 by 1024. There is some evidence that, if you have a binary number square, that some of the 3D displays go a little faster, but I'm not thoroughly convinced of that. But you can change from 1024. Let me change it to 512. And so, as you see, it gets smaller, but I'll move it back because I like 1024 by 1024. Depends on your display on your machine. If you change something like zoom level, you can roll your mouse and zoom in or zoom out, or you can just change it through selecting on the drop-down box, but then you have to say update. If you move the map around by dragging and the latitude and longitude change, and then there's some options of what kind of displays you want. My favorite is hybrid, just because it has the roads and labels, and it's satellite view with labels. The other two important things here are save maps. So once you get a map of an area that you're sort of interested in, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly at the zoom level that you want, but you want to make sure that you have a map that covers the area of interest. Then you can make other maps again or later. Now these maps can be used in CHARM 9, the flat terrain version, or CHARM 11. In the flat terrain version, the default on the maps is 0, 0 is going to be the center of the map. In CHARM 11, of course, latitude and longitude is required in CHARM 11 of all objects, and the map is been geo-referenced, so they will all fall correctly. But once you get the area you want, hit Save Map, save it somewhere, put it somewhere you remember, of course. And keep in mind, map files, there are two files for a map file. One is .map, and one is .mf or .mfd. So those two go together to form a map. If you miss one, then CHARM won't be able to show it correctly. Finally is read grid. If you have a large area map and you create a grid and it's a much smaller area on the map, after you've created the grid, you can read it in, and CHARM will automatically go to the location and zoom level to cover that grid area. And I believe that's pretty much it. It's straightforward after you get past those couple buttons.